Hello everybody, welcome back to Menace. We are here for the final part of this operation. We have to take out the 70% of the enemy forces to completely thwart it. There is also a side objective to take out the pirate first mate. I would like to do that. I've already prepped our squads for the mission. I'm a little bit worried about the amount of squaddies we have in our squads, but we're just right up on the edge of the supply limit, and we should have more supply for the next mission. All I've done is I've gotten Tech back up to 4 squad members because he did lose a couple in that last mission, and I've given Carda the workshopped RPG, so we have some method of we have some level of anti-tank. I'm not bringing the ATGM. I'm not bringing the ATRGL, the recoilless grenade launcher, because I just think it's a little bit too much of an investment right now. What I'm going to do is, once I've got a little bit more stuff that I can sell, we're going to pick up a squad leader dossier, and we'll see about hiring another squad. And if we've got the supply for it, they can come along with that weapon. I do have a spare chain gun at the moment. I could, if I wanted to, sell the chain gun, sell like the scrap bomb and another AT grenade, and then 2 of the accessory packs. I would have enough for a dossier, but I'm not desperate for the next suppression right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to go in with what we've got selected. Everybody's ready to go. I should work out my strategy, and honestly, it looks like pushing into the center of this town here is the right way to go. We've got some big blockers with these buildings. I think trying to set up in this area here looks quite good for us. Try and fight this side, and then we can push through to this side. So we're going to deploy with Pike. I'm going to bring Rhea over. We're, of course, going to put Carda in the back of the APC to start with. Tech on the side here. Tech with the assault rifles and the chain gun. Carda and Pike with the crowbars. It should be good. Let's see how we go in the mission. All right. We also have 2 local unit guard forces who are actually supremely well equipped. They've got frag grenades, they've got smoke grenades, and they've got anti-tank grenades. They're also in infantry armor, which is better armor than what my squads have. So it's actually, I think it's the same. It's a protective vest, 40 armor, 40 durability. I think it's better than mine. Yeah, it is. It is slightly better in terms of the amount of armor it provides. So we're going to be using them a little bit as not cannon fodder, but they are going to be taking the brunt of the fighting in this mission. We're going to move forward, making use, as always, of Pike's ability to see further than anyone else. And we'll let the hostiles react. We're probably going to end up getting into a firefight in this area, but let's try and move everybody in as soon as possible. This is a nice position for Tech. And this is the last mission we'll be doing on Mock for a little while. So we'll start off the next operation in this video as well. Okay, nothing so far. We're not going to deploy to this position yet. There's our main target. Oh, that sounds like a vehicle driving around by the sounds of it. Not that it's rare for the enemy to have vehicles. I'm going to bring forward the infantry now. We'll get Carda moving forward last. I mean, these guys are actually really well equipped. At least for this stage in the game. Having a free squad with crowbars is really nice. Obviously, they have no special abilities, but that doesn't really matter. They've got gun, and they've got shoot, and they've got throw grenade. I'm pretty happy with that. It looks like people are really enjoying the Menace content at the moment. I do intend to get some Xenonauts 2 out tomorrow if you're looking for it. So please don't worry that it hasn't been on the channel. I have decided just for now to postpone my Terra Invicta streams. I'm just a little bit struggling with the time I've got to devote to that many streams, but I'm not scrapping it. It will be coming back, so don't worry if you're looking for it. We're just going to hold Carda back here. I want to make sure everybody stays behind Pike's line of vision for now. There's an enemy vehicle with squad in it. They've just deployed. We're about to get into a firefight. So I'm not going to push too far forward. We're going to set up an L here. Okay, yeah, more coming in. They're actually getting into position over there. This is going to get nasty really quickly. That's a scavenger squad as well, so they've got an RPG. We want to probably hit these guys ASAP. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is bring Rhea to this position here. That gets her cover on these guys, and she can suppress them with the machine gun, and then we can deploy Carter's squad next to her. And that we can set up our strong point here. Maybe get Pike's squad behind the cover here, and then we've got Tech who can maybe shift over, supported by this infantry squad, and this squad here can be a little bit more reactive. I think if I don't suppress these guys straight away, they're going to RPG the Vic, and I don't want that to happen. So let's bring our APC into cover here. And now I'm going to fire on them to suppress them. Cool. And then we're going to end the turn. And then I don't need to deploy Carda right now. I'm thinking about who I want to activate next. Tech doesn't have a good shot on these guys because of the range on his weapon. I could put this squad in cover here And I've got a shot on these. I won't have a shot on them from there. Carter's going to take this position. I think I'm just going to put Pike in cover behind these sandbags. I want my like important squads in cover. We've got more enemies. It's the guys that we just... Okay, there's a scavenger squad back here. Let's just engage. Okay, I don't have enough TU for that. I'm just going to get my guys to get dug in and get ready for the firefight that's coming. I'm going to get Tech to shift to here, where he's got a little bit more cover. And then he's got enough to dig in and take a shot. I don't think he's got range on the chain gun. He doesn't have range on anything right now, so we'll just get him to hold there for the moment. I think I can hear boarding commandos. I think that's what that noise is. I think it's their jetpacks. We haven't seen them yet in the campaign. They are pretty scary. Alright, I'm going to bring this infantry into position here. Get them to open fire on these guys. They do have a shot. Okay, they're now pinned, which is great. I'm going to watch we don't get flanked on this side. There's a lot of stuff coming around here. Okay, I'm going to get Carter's squad out of the APC. And I'm going to get them to take cover here. If I get them to take cover, they're not going to get a shot this turn. I'm not too worried about them. I am going to get them to take cover. And they do actually get a shot. They're not going to do a lot of damage to these guys. They don't have another target. I do only have 12 shots. I would rather wait until I can do a full auto spray on these guys. So I'm going to hold firing on Carter right now. We're probably going to have to watch our ammo a little bit. I'm going to bring this squad over here with the idea of bringing them to here next turn and to get a little bit of a flank on these guys. So they're just going to sprint over. If I need to deploy smoke, I will, but I'm going to hold on to my equipment for now. So far, we're not being too overwhelmed. We've got some good positions there, not in great positions. The problem will arise if there's a rocket truck. If there's a rocket truck, we're going to have to move really, really quickly. So far, it's just outcasts and scavengers, which we can handle. That's a flamethrower squad and is now a high-value target. Okay, just repositioning. This is if I had an orbital strike of some kind, this would be a phenomenal target. Okay, back to us. I want to do some of that chain gun team first of all. I can hit them. I'm going to hit them with my chain gun because I need to suppress them. Okay, I'm going to go... Actually going to fire the assault rifles next. Okay, that still hasn't... I'm going to fire the assault rifle again. Okay, they are now suppressed. We'll need to keep them under control. They're just firing back, which is fine. I'm going to move these guys to here. But they won't have anything to do this turn if I do that. If I move them to here, they will have a shot. I want to hold them for the moment because I've got a feeling these guys are going to push forward. For now, I'm going to get Carter's squad to go full auto on these guys. Okay, didn't do as much as I was hoping it would, but keeps them kind of suppressed. We need to get some flanks going, so I'm going to have to make use of Rhea here to get around behind these guys and shoot along this firing line here where they haven't got cover. I'm going to leapfrog these guys to here. Oh, they spotted one of those. Okay, those are boarding commandos. So these are an enemy we haven't seen yet. This is the first mate squad. A pirate ship's first mate leads a squad of reckless killers equipped with heavy breaching armor and deadly corridor sweepers. Equipment: boarding commando jet suit, pirate loaded PDW, thermite grenades, and flashbangs. These guys also have counterattack, so if you shoot at them, they shoot back. They're pretty nasty. They've got really, really good armor, but the jump jets they use require a lot of AP. Alright, I don't have enough AP to duck to make these guys crouch this turn, so I am just going to engage. We're going to hit one of the squads that's in the open, probably this one here. What we're going to do is we're going to set up a massive morale chain failure over here, and basically get them all to break. Again, outcasts are more bark than bite, I find. I don't know if I'm going to have a shot from here, but we'll check. No, nothing in range, so I'm just going to move these guys into the heavy cover here. And we'll get them ready to engage next turn. We're going to take a lot of fire here, but we're in an okay position. Okay, I'm going to get Rhea. I want to take this squad here out, because they're going to be a pain in the ass if I don't deal with them. We could bring Carter around to engage, but she hasn't got the long-range gun anymore. I could use Rhea to do it, but I think I really need Rhea over here where there's a lot going on. I'm going to open up with the LMG, and then I'm going to start moving her over. That's got them pinned, and then we'll drive to here. I need to pick up Expert Pilot on her to make her turning better. Oh no, she's got Expert Pilot. That's great. Cool. Alright, that's good. For her last of her turn, I'm just going to get her to turn a little bit. That's the boarding commandos using their jump jets. They've put themselves in a pretty good position for me to hit them, though, with Pike's squad. And the crowbar is a pretty good gun for engaging exactly this kind of target. They do have cover, but we'll do what we can. We want to get them suppressed if we can. I'm going to open up twice with the main gun on the crowbar. They will counterattack, but at this range, I'm not that worried about the PDWs. Okay, starting to take a little bit of the armor down. That's not too bad. We'll hold here. This is what I'm worried about, these flanks, right? These guys now have a flank on my guys in cover here. But they've exposed themselves to this squad here. So it's kind of a bit like, as long as I order my operations correctly, I could get them suppressed and not have to worry too much. Fingers crossed. I can also just drop a smoke grenade here to protect their flank if I need to. They're just hot dropping guys all over me right now. Carter's squad's going to have to relocate soon. There's not enough for her to do over there. God, there's just squad after squad of enemy. We will start breaking them soon, and that will change things a lot for us. Another squad. I did get that on another one. I mean, on the air. And we do have some people on the right-hand side, so it isn't a bad idea for Carter to be where she is. She can hold this side for me. And there's another squad. I thought we only had to kill 13. This feels like a lot more than 13 enemies. This is going to be tough. I'm glad I've got the extra squads for this. The boarding commandos are the main issue. Alright. Boarding commandos are a problem. I do need to deal with them. I also have to deal with this over here. Rhea's not going to do a lot of damage to them, but she should be able to suppress them. So if I drive her... Who do I have selected right now? I've got Pike. Hang on, I've got... that was weird. It was showing Pike, but with interesting. It's giving me the name. It's giving the name of the last person I had selected. Oops, for the infantry. So if I bring Rhea to here, she will have a shot on them, which is the main thing I want to do right now. But I actually need her here. Looks like she hasn't got a shot if I put her here. She has got a shot if I put her here. So my goal right now is to move her here, suppress them, and suppress them. If I don't have enough shots for that, I'll only be able to suppress one of them. But as long as I suppress the boarding commandos, I'm happy. Cool, they're suppressed. And I'll just get her to turn to face this way, so that next turn she can keep driving like this. I'm glad I suppressed them because they're going next. That does reduce the amount of things they're going to do this turn. As you can see, they're not firing this turn. The next squad I want to activate is this squad to suppress these guys here. And then I might just try and hit the squad behind them as well. Cool, that's both of these squads suppressed. The thing for a squad is just engaging from long range, which is fine for me. Okay. These guys need to... I'm going to get them to dig in. And we're just getting into a long-range firefight here. I am working on opening a flank up along this axis here. But for now, we're just going to trade some fire. I'm going to shoot at the people who are not in cover. They do have light cover to my direction. But the more damage I can do, the more I'm going to start breaking the enemy. So they're now wavering. If I can wipe a squad out, I'm going to start breaking everybody. That's not good. We've got a grenade on Pike's squad. And they're shooting at Carter's squad. Let's get Tech. I'm going to get Pike to engage them, I think. Are we in good range for a full auto? 1, 2, 3. It's better than a normal shot, I think. Low accuracy, full armor penetration. Poor accuracy, full armor penetration. I actually think it's better at this range to do an aim shot. If they were 2 tiles away, it would be better to do a full auto. But I think at this range, I go all in. They've got good cover, though. Didn't manage to suppress them. Okay. Have to watch this flank. This Rey is going to have to do something about this next turn. Tech is still good to go, though. I'm going to get Tech to just open up on these guys. That was nasty for the suppression. Okay, they're now suppressed, but that's all I've got. Let's see if we can suppress these guys with a chain gun. Okay, they're now pinned. Good. So many different targets to keep in mind here. I'm really glad I'm not doing this with just 3 squads, because I think that would be impossible. Okay, Okay, Card is the only one left. We've got to take out this squad here, but I wanted to deal with these as well. I'm going to just shoot at these guys again. Okay, that really didn't do very much. The cover here is not helping me, but I will shoot at these guys now. Okay, they are now pinned, which is excellent. These guys are suppressed, which is reduced actions for them. I'm just going to fast forward through these movements from the enemy. Okay, they're deploying. They've built themselves an armor line. They're going to shoot at these guys. Okay. I really need to take this rock if I can, but crossing this open area is going to be very, very difficult. Right, what's the biggest threat to us right now? Let's stop for a second and think about it. These guys have recovered a lot of AP. These guys are potentially a problem because of their grenades. These guys are still suppressed. Everyone else is at range. We do have a problem. These people aren't that suppressed, and they have flanking fire on me. It's either activating Rhea here and getting her to shoot at these guys to pin them, or it's activating this squad and getting them to engage these guys to try and wipe them out. I think I'm going to engage these guys first. Okay, they're now wavering. I'm actually going to just try and wipe them out. Oh, they're actually fleeing, which is good. I just want to try and do as much morale damage as I can. Okay, they're grenading. I was worried that they might recover. I really need my own collection of grenades. Unfortunately, I cannot grenade these guys. Okay, we're going to go with Rhea next. I'm going to get her to engage these guys with the, that's not Rhea, with the LMG. Okay, that's their squad's wiped out. Let's get these guys pinned. They are now fleeing. Excellent. We can start moving the vehicle over here to start dealing with this. This was a huge issue. We just have to deal with that one squad that's engaging Carter, and we can get out of this situation. These guys are pinned. That's going to happen. We're taking a lot of fire. Okay, can you do any damage to these guys at all? Okay, they're now wavering, and they're fleeing. I'm going to try and finish them off just to be safe. Okay, there's one guy left in the squad. There's a very high chance that squad will disband. I'm going to get Pike to stand up so his squad can move next turn. Flamethrower squad has recovered from suppression. It looks like they might be... They're just relocating. They're not fleeing. Okay. Tech's up next. Tech doesn't have a ton of range, unfortunately, with his gun, so he can't really help out a lot here. What I could do is relocate him to over here, which gives him a little bit further forward, or I could bring him to here, which I think is a better position for him. We just have to watch out for this squad here. So let's... If I'm like, do I stand? If I stand Tech up, I go down to 90 AP. If I move here, how much AP will I have left? I can't tell that until I stand up. But if I could move to here and shoot at these guys, I'd be happy. If I can't shoot at them, I'm not super happy. I also can't throw a grenade at them. That upgrade for Tech that increases his grenade throwing range would be really nice. Let's stand Tech up and see how far this would take me. So that would drop me to 40. I will have enough for a shot. So let's move them around to here. And then we're going to just shoot at these guys. Okay, they should be fleeing and out of the fight after this turn. Okay, Carta, these guys are probably out. Let's get you... You're currently suppressed, which isn't ideal. Let's get you on your feet for next turn. I'm going to move you... I'm not going to move you... I don't want to shoot. I am just going to move you to here for next turn. You're down to, what, 3 squad mates? So you're not exactly super combat effective right now. But we will get you into a better position. You can help on the firing line over here. Okay, these guys are moving forward. So they're now an important threat. We do have the same fire on no block fire. Is it enfilade fire when it's like that? Not quite sure the terminology. There's a lot of enemy squads without cover right now. They're all making use of this rock. I might need to just smoke that rock if I'm being completely honest. Okay, we're back to us. If I can get... I think the first thing I need to do here is get Rhea to engage this. She can't hit it from here. If I move her to here, I think she has a shot. Oops. I could put her here and we will not have a shot. I might need to move this squad. This squad. I can't activate this squad. Did I? I don't remember. They must have just... They've been pinned. Okay, because they're in the position I'd like to put her in. If I put her here, will she be in range? No. She needs to be here to be in range, but that won't give her a shot, and she can't shoot from here, unfortunately. Which is really, really frustrating. So there's no point doing anything with her this turn, because moving her forward is a waste. So I'm going to go with this squad, and I'm going to get them to engage these guys over here. This squad at the back has no cover, so we should be able to do some decent damage to them, although the accuracy is low. And we'll just try and suppress them. Okay, that's something. I should maybe deploy this squad. That's a scav squad. I'm not too worried at this range. Let's get tech squad deployed. This guy is suppressed but not running. I'm just going to hit him with the chain gun. Okay, that's him dead. Nice. That's going to start hitting these guys with a decent amount of scared damage. Let's shoot at these guys. I just want to try and suppress them. I'm not worried about killing them. Not at this range, not at this angle. Okay, that's them suppressed. We're going to start moving tech over to here, and maybe start bringing tech's team around this way to come, like, use all these vehicles as cover. But I'm going to leave him deployed for now. Okay, you can shoot at that cover all you want. That's a bit nastier, though. Okay, holding on Rhea for now. I'm going to run Pike to here. And get his team to dig in. This is where we really need these extra tools, the grenades and the mortars and stuff, to just winkle them out of these positions. I mean, just hitting this with a strafing run or a from orbit rocket would be huge right now. Okay, this guy is still alive, but I'm going to move Carter's squad to here, which unfortunately means we don't get a shot. Or I can move it to here and I will get a shot on them. We'll just see if we can finish them off. I'm a little bit worried about leaving them in my rear. Okay, that's them dead. Good. Cool. These guys are holding really, really nicely. They're doing a really good job. Okay, the only unit I've got left to move as card is Rhea. I could move her to here. I think I'm going to move her to here so she can come up around these guys and keep her away from the scavengers. So let's drive her to here. We'll use the vehicle for the flank. The flank is going to be devastating. And we'll start moving tech down to flank in this direction. These guys will get suppressed if they take taking this much fire. Where's the flamethrower squad going? What is this? Is this an anti-tank squad? No, it's a chain gun squad. Okay, I didn't notice them moving in. Are these guys running? Looks like they're just relocating. Okay. Alright, I would like to maybe start with Rhea here. Nobody else is a big threat. Everyone else is in cover. She can move forward 20. So she can move forward 1 and then engage with 2 shots with her MG, which is what I want to do. So if I get her to kill this squad, I'll get another stack of Revel and Slaughter. Oh, now that's what I want to see. Now I have a flank. Oh, I don't have a shot on them, unfortunately. It would be great to hit these guys, but I only have one more shot right now. I'm going to try and hit the squad in the open back here. Okay, lots of suppression, lots of morale damage. These guys got suppressed. That's just going to happen. Okay. I want to get tech squad moving this way. It's probably no harm in moving them first, just to get them going. This is hard cover, I'm pretty sure. They can't be shot through it. And they can start coming around here next turn. Don't like it when they're just firing off RPGs like that. Let's just try chunking these guys with the team that's back here. Okay, that's all they can really do. Ray can take the damage from these guys all day. We'll use these guys next. There's a squad here in the open. We're going to engage them. It's an extreme range, but we'll do what we can. That's all they've got, unfortunately, because they were suppressed. These guys are probably one of my biggest threats, because it's another scavenger squad, so they do have the RPG. But they're deploying, but they've got no cover to Rhea where they are. Alright, let's get Carta in cover here, I think. I guess we're next to Pike as well. And I'm just going to deploy her team. Chingon squad's pulling back. That's good to see. This is just a pretty straightforward firefight. As long as we don't make any stupid mistakes or overreach, We should be fine. All right, what's Pike got? These guys have no cover to Pike. These guys have no cover to Pike. I'm going to try and hit these guys for the morale. Okay, that's another squad fleeing. And then I'm going to shoot these guys. Okay. Lots of morale issues, which is great. Pirates just cannot get in. This is what I love to see. The pirates cannot handle a big fight like this, so they will start breaking and running. And even if they come back in, they don't have the cover anymore, but quite often the squads will also disband. For instance, if you watch here, we've got 4 enemies. There's a good chance that squad... Okay, they didn't disband, but there was a good chance that squad would disband there. I want to go with Rhea again. So she can move forward 1 square, and I can still fire twice with her gun. I still can't hit these guys, but I've got 2 squads in the open here, so let's try and wipe them out. I'm going to go for this squad first. Didn't quite kill them. Let's hit this squad next. Okay, that squad is also not dead, but again, massive morale damage. No one likes to be cut apart by an ABC. Okay, I'm happy for these guys to be taking shots at the moment. I want to bring Tech around, but I want him to still be able to shoot. This is a nice position. We could even try throwing a grenade here, although this is an anti-tank grenade. So I don't think it's going to do... It's only going to hit one thing. See where it says elements hit? No matter... Even if I throw it in a big crowd of enemies like this, it's only going to hurt one of them. I've got 2 shots with the chain gun, which is what I'm going to take right here to suppress people. Can't hit these guys back here with the chain gun, so I'm just going to suppress these guys again. Cool. Okay. I want to go with Pike Squad next. Again, because I can potentially kill both of these squads. This is the one I really wanted to wipe out. Okay, they're pinned, which gives them a massive defensive bonus. Let's hit this one. They're now pinned as well and wiped out. And now we've got another massive morale failure on this side. So you gotta just keep hitting them when they're down, and it just crushes their morale. Do we have a second shot? We do. We're running low on ammo, though. So we've got to hope the morale failures are actually what gets us through this, because I'm starting to run low on ammo for a lot of my squads. I'm trying to wipe these ones out if I can. Okay, that's all they had. Alright, what's Carter got? Can't hit these guys. These guys are still here. Carter's starting to get very accurate, so she's up to 89 accuracy. I'm going to double tap these guys in an attempt to kill them. There's only, I think, one mini left in the squad, so they're almost down. These guys are running. If you keep watching the numbers, some of them will disband their squads when they flee, and that's a free kill. Obviously, we're going to keep pushing forward, get the flanks in place, push them out of the cover, then we'll have the cover and they won't. All right, again, we're going in with Rhea. I really want to hit this squad here with her gun. To do that, I'm going to have to move, I think, 2 squares closer. No, I'll need to move 1 square closer. So here, that's going to cut me off from 2 attacks, though. So I may as well move to somewhere like this, where I've got my facing correct. Julian has 3 shots left with the MG, unfortunately. But from here, she can hit these guys. And that's them pretty nastily pinned. She can now act as cover for this squad. I can move this squad to here when I'm ready. But for now, I want to move Tech up. So we can put Tech in cover here, or here. Well, it's the same cover. It's the same amount of armor. And he can start flanking. So I've got these guys out in the open. I've almost got a flank on these guys. Sadly, I can't hit these ones, but I can hit these guys. Okay, they are now fleeing. So we're now cutting them apart from 2 sides. We've got our main front engagement area here in the heavy cover, and we're starting to creep around both sides of them, and we're just cutting them up in a really nasty crossfire while they're running. We just have to finish more squads off to complete the mission objective. And they will start to rally and come back in. I am going to relocate this. I'm going to relocate this squad rather than shoot with this turn. It is low on ammo, so it's probably better to get into an advantageous position rather than just wasting shots. Yeah, they're starting to come back in, which is not good for us with our low ammo situation. These guys probably need to move forward. There's not a lot they can do from here anymore, so I'm going to stand them up. I don't want to move them to here. They still have 6 shots. I'm starting to get worried about ammo. Like, really worried about ammo. Okay, Carter's got 6 shots. Pike only has 2 shots left. The one advantage Pike has is that he can start giving extra actions to people. I'm not quite ready to give... You know who would be... Oh, no, she's only got 2 shots. Our lack of ammo is becoming a really big concern. There isn't very much Pike and Carter can do from here. I'm going to relocate Pike to this position. Ooh, actually, I'm going to relocate Pike to this position for next turn. And I'm going to relocate Carter to here. I'm just trying to take all of their cover from them. If we have to shoot RPGs at them, we have to shoot the RPGs. These squads also have grenades, so we can make use of their grenades. I just need to get a few more kills. Alright. I'm going to go with Rhea first. She has 2 shots left. I want to try and cut this squad up. Okay, that squad's down. I'm now going to try and kill this squad. Okay, that's another squad down. She doesn't have any shots left, but that's like 2 of the most dangerous squads dealt with. Now these guys, I want to put them in cover here before we do any more fighting with them. Which means they may get shot at. Actually, I think I'm just going to shoot these guys. Okay, that's that squad dead. Do we think they can kill this squad as well? Couldn't quite kill that squad, unfortunately. So we now need to kill... We need to kill, what, 5 more squads? What are these guys doing? Oh, they're running. Okay, that's great for us. Tech can just cut them to pieces right now. We'll just engage them at point blank range with the assault rifles. Unfortunately, they survived that. Do you think we can kill them with a chain gun? Okay, good. Wipe them out with a chain gun. That saved me some ammo. There's now no enemies here for Tech Squad to engage. There's nobody... Oh, there's actually these guys. I will hit these guys at long range with the rifle just to see if we can do anything. I didn't think so, but put a little damage on them. Tech Squad continue to push forward. Now we're flushing them all out of the cover. And we can just start cutting them apart. Okay, these guys can move forward to here. Again, I like using the APC as portable cover. And I'm going to just try and hit this squad one more time. They do have cover to us, which is why we just keep failing to kill them. But we'll move over the next turn. Carter Squad, I'm going to bring... She can't actually fight from here. But well, these guys are not fleeing. So I'm going to bring her to cover here. That's heavy cover for her squad. She can't... Oh, she can actually engage. Let's see what we can do against these guys now that we don't have cover to us. Cool, that's another squad wiped out. 3 squads, we need to kill 3 more squads and we've got this. Pike's squad, if I move them to here, they will have shots on these guys. I love the way they vault the wall. I think it's really cool. Okay, that's them locked almost in position. Okay, we just need to bring Tech Squad up next turn. We're almost there. 3 more squads. I should have enough ammo. Okay, let's bring these guys to here. Although they've only got 1 shot left. I think it's better to bring this squad to here. Well, they won't have a shot this turn, but they can just take the position for me. Okay, we do have a little bit of cover here, which is annoying. We can also run people over with the vehicle if we completely run out of ammo. That is a possibility. I'll hold her for now. This is probably the best position for Pike and Carter here, but they're obviously not going to get to do anything else this turn. Actually, I can run Carter here, and then I can use Pike to give her an extra action. So that's her turn over. But I can now use Pike to give her an extra action, and she'll be able to engage these guys in the open on her turn, and hopefully wipe them out. That flamethrower squad is a little bit worrying. We have to make sure we engage it first next turn. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, not quite killing them, but doing some damage. Tech squad, I think, all the way up to here. Get them in range with their guns. He still has 7 shots with his rifle, so he's good for a lot. And then I'm going to bring Rhea up to here, where she can get ready to start running some people over next turn. Ammo, such a consideration, especially in these big missions. I could have actually afforded, now that I think about it, I could have afforded to bring 1 ammo pack with me. I'm going to hit these guys here, and I should have done that on Carter or Pike. Yes, that's another squad dead. Okay. Can you guys hit these guys? Okay, that's another squad dead. We only need to kill 1 more squad and we've completed the mission. Probably the best for that, honestly, is going to be Tech. Maybe on these guys here, because he doesn't have cover to them. We'll go again. Okay, that guy is so close to dying. I can't hit them with the chain gun, and that's it. Mission complete. Okay, mission accomplished. I'm just going to leave the mission here. I'm not going to try and mop up the remaining enemies. We can assume they're fleed. That's the operation completed. Alright, that's next. We got 34 promotion points. We got another scavenger suit. We got 3 RPGs. We got a set of pirate assault rifles, which are honestly not that great. We did also get a flamethrower, which might be a really interesting weapon to give to tech. It does need deployment, though. Alright. I need to keep a really close eye on everybody's moods, because we will start getting people who don't want to deploy, and we'll have to deal with that. We didn't lose that many men. That was a pretty good mission. Cool. We got ourselves... Ooh, okay. We've got ourselves to choose from either a target designator, which is really useful for... it gives you, what, a 20% increased accuracy against the target, and there's certain weapons that you need to hit with that, or a CDT gun. The XGR-20 Counter-Defilade Target Engagement System is a direct-fire airbus system designed to shoot small explosive rounds that explode above the target, peppering it with fragments. Highly effective against bunched-up troops in cover, has a 10% chance to jam. So fire a salvo of small-diameter airburst grenades that explode above the target area and pepper it with shrapnel. That sounds like an amazing weapon for someone who's pushing cover. Let's grab the CDT gun. There's more story stuff here. I'm not going to go really too far into it, but we found a weapons researcher stowed away on the ship. We can take him on board, or we can deport him. I'm going to take him on board. He's fairly... So he's far too much intelligent weapon, but saw a lot of guns in basements. Major also forget him. Sorry, fighting scientist. He was not a fighting scientist. He was being broke fair piece and pushed a doll into an airlock. Okay, so we lost some stuff. We lost 15 components, which is actually really bad because we took that guy. That was just a random event. All right, what we do have is 135 OCI components, so we could build the repair bay. However, we do currently have 2 APCs, so I don't actually need the repair bay as much as I thought I did. So what I think I'm going to build is I'm going to get us an unguided missile barrage. It's a lot of points for it, but it's an off-map missile launch. It could be really useful at dealing with bunched up enemies. So I'm going to grab the off-map unguided missile strike on the ship, which also repairs a bit of the ship. Looks quite nice. Let's have a look at what the black market has for us. It always resets after a mission. There's no good new armor. There is a mining laser here, which is quite nice. There's a sniper rifle. There's also the tripod CMG. There is also the ESAW, which is a good suppression weapon. There's a walker, which it's not the good kind. It's an okay walker. It's not the really, really cool kind of walker. There are anti-tank disposable missile launchers, which I do want to get my hands on. What is this? It's for 880. I can't get my hands on this. The Higg Electrothermal Stable Accelerator is an advanced rifle that fires a salvo of superheated plasma, able to melt through most armor and heavily damaging in the process. Hard effect against heavy infantry and light vehicles alike. This sounds really cool. I can't afford it. We've also got night vision goggles. We've got a disposable rocket flamethrower. And there is a long barrel tank gun which we could put on our vehicle. If I wanted to try and grab that, we could sell the powered assault rifles. I don't care about those. We don't need a second chain gun. I probably do not need 3 more workshopped RPGs. I already have 1. We could maybe get rid of the anti-tank grenade launcher. I'm not going to use that. I'm probably not going to do this. We're never going to get to enough money to afford that tank gun. What I would like to buy at this point is I want to get a dossier. I want to get another infantry squad leader, even if we don't use them straight away. So I need 60 points for that. Let's get rid of the pirate assault rifles. I don't want that. We'll get rid of the light chain gun. I don't need 2 of those. We'll hold on to the flamethrower. I'm going to get rid of the RPGs. That puts us slightly over. If I get rid of one of these, is there something else I can get rid of? No, we'll just get rid of the RPG. I don't mind being slightly over. Okay, let's trade for that. That's got us Fedor. Oh, we got Fedor. Okay, so Fedor, the Yaz, is now available for purchase. Mercenary, for better or worse, is exactly what his employers ask of him. Unbridled aggression would be easy to tap from this individual. So he's got pretty generic stats. 65 accuracy is a little bit low for a his kind of level of leader. I mean, it's about on level with tech, actually. 70 discipline is high. He has no damage reduction, 10 hit points, 2 crit chance, 2 defense. Promotional attacks of 10, growth potential of 6 is quite high. Supply cost of 20 is about average. His starting ability is plus 50% accuracy and plus 30% damage against wavering and fleeing enemies. And then he has a bunch of skills that kind of make him better at scaring people. Doesn't cost us anything to hire him, so it's going to cost us 30 authority. We have 70 authority right now. I'm going to hire Yaz. So we have a crazy Russian guy in the group now. We're not going to probably use him straight away, but we'll have him in our pockets for when our teams start to get extra depressed. We do have a level up here. I would really like to get Inspiring Presence on Pike, but Tech doesn't have a lot of stuff at the moment. I didn't realize that buff reduced the encumbered effect from heavy armor and weapons. People were telling me about this. So buff might be really good for him when we get him into some bigger stuff. Linebreaker is also really, really interesting. Sends Tech crashing into enemy lines. Line-broken enemies are stunned for 1 turn. It's almost like a melee, like a ranged melee attack. But in terms of the stuff here, he's got better stuff at this level. I do need to pick something up for him before we move down. I might not do that straight away. Carda also... She gets steady gun plus 25 accuracy and line of sight when stationary for 1 turn. If that adds on to her other accuracy bonuses, that could be very, very hard. Doubles deafen damage resistance when suppressed or pinned. No AP loss from being suppressed. Steady gun might be very, very good for her if she's holding a position, and again, it kind of stops her from being as penalized for her out of the Martian thing. Pike as well. I do quite like Inspiring Presence, but it requires you to be adjacent to him. Minus 15 accuracy for 1 turn inflicted on enemies suffering casualties. That's another quite nice one. Marking targets is good too. There's nothing huge here that I want to grab straight away. For Rhea, plus 30% armor damage is nice. Defect thresholds lowered and prevents heavy defects. That's really good for keeping her alive. But we don't actually have an anti-tank gun available for her yet, which makes her a little bit limited in actually doing anything. I think... because I'm curious about it, it might not be the right choice, but I want to see what linebacker does. So I'm going to grab it. I think we can also afford a level up on Yaz because he only needs 20. I'm going to grab, since his whole thing is about doing morale damage, I'm going to grab Fearsome, which gives him attacks better. These units have plus 100% more impact on morale. Cool. So he's leveled up. We have one more mission to do in this area. It is the Alien Infestation on Dice of the Gods. So we may as well commit to that. This is Dice of the Gods. It's the sort of... they're like a syndicate, I think. Casinos. There we go. They do casino stuff. They run the casinos. It's the only operation we have available, so I'm going to start it. And we have 2 options for our first mission. We also are now up to 800 supply, which is really nice. So this is a sweep and clear. And there is a bombardier. This is a clear landing zone. That gets us access to, upon completion, plus 10% promotion points for the rest of the op. The other option is a rescue settlers. Saves of restraint 80% of attacking enemies. This will get us a supply crate. These are worth a lot of money. We can then maybe get another supply crate by doing the contained migration mission. No, that's very, very hard. Probably do the extermination mission. There is an opportunity here to gain 2 hunter squads for the final operation, which would be nice, but I really want to get my hands on this supply, so it means we won't be able to do this mission. In terms of the planning, all we have to do is we have to get into the town and defend it, so we have to cross the ground really, really quickly. With what we're dealing with, I do want to mix my squads up a little bit. We have a little bit of breathing room here. We don't need an RPG for this mission. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the chain gun from Tech, and we're going to give his squad the flamethrower. I'm going to give whatever the CDT gun is to Carda's squad. We'll hold the smoke grenades on Pike. We'll keep the anti-tank grenades on Tech. And I do want to mostly just add squad members with the remaining points we have left. We've got 93 points available. Let's get Carda up to 5. So everybody's at 5 squad members. So get Tech up to 5. I'd like to get Pike to have 1 more because his squad does a lot of just shooting. I don't think I can afford another squad member for Tech. I can. Okay, so we're going to have 6 squad members on Tech, 6 squad members on Pike, 5 squad... Now, what I might be able to do is if I drop 1 from Pike, I might be able to get 2 on Carda. No, I can't. Okay, we'll get 1 on Pike. I think is worth a little bit more than 1 on Carda at the moment. So that's our team for this. We've got Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. All we're going to do is going to make sure Carter gets into the APC. I'm going to put the APC on this tile here. We're just going to run up into the town and try and hold it. And I'm going to do this mission in this video as well. And then the next 2 missions will be in the next video. So let's start this operation. And hopefully I don't mess this up. All right. Nice to get a little bit of a change in scenery. We're on an ice planet right now. We do also have our unguided missile strike available. So the first thing we're going to do is what I always do. We're just going to run Pike as far forward as I can because his team have the ability to see. We also have, you can see that I thought they were in snow camo, but it's just they've got snowy trousers. Okay, no sign of any enemies. We'll get Tech Squad to run up next. What is the range on the flamethrower? The range of the flamethrower is pretty nice. That's actually quite long range for a flamethrower. I'm surprised. Oh no, it's only got 3 range. Choose a jet of burning liquid to the target, setting it ablaze. Okay, and then just having a look at this. This has a really long range. Wow. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's get her squad in the APC. And we'll end her turn. And then we'll get Rhea. I'm just going to get Rhea to blast forwards. Because we need to move fast here. Our whole point is to save civilians. So if we're just messing around, moving into position, we're not saving any civilians. I'm going to move Rhea forward. Because we're not going to move too far forward. I just want to see what the terrain ahead is like. Okay, we could deploy the squad in cover here. I could also deploy the squad in cover here. Or maybe make this a little bit of a deployment area. If I bring Rhea forward to here. Okay, we're deep in the town now. No sign of any aliens. Which means since we got here before them. I'm going to put the vehicle right up against this wall. And that's what's going to... Oh, we've got bugs. Okay, we've got... I don't know where they came from because I didn't spot them before. We don't need to worry too much. Let's run our infantry forward. They're going to get here a little bit later, but I'm pretty sure Carter and Rhea can hold the ground until we get everybody else in. Unless they run away from us. That's bad. Don't run away from us, civilians. Run towards us. We're here to save you. You see the flamethrower tank on Tech's back there. Actually, what? We'll have a look at what the Airbus launcher looks like in a second. More civvies running away. Okay, Carter squad. I'm going to get them out of the APC. I'm just going to move them to here. Actually, if I put them here, that's 26 AP. If I move them here, we still have 2 shots. The CBT launcher... it's just a little grenade launcher. She has a backpack of grenades. I could launch at it to see what it's like. And then shoot as well. Let's just see what this thing does. Okay, it did a little bit of damage. Now we'll shoot. Everyone talks about the fact these guys use the Webnect audio from Battle Brothers, which is really, really cool. Okay, the rest of the civvies are running away, which is good. Keep running, civvies. Run towards the people with the guns, not away from them. Okay, still no sign of more aliens. What I'm going to do this turn is I'm going to put... I think I'm just going to open up with Carter's squad on these guys. Okay, a squad this small should disband when it flees. There's another squad coming in. We'll just cut that apart with the LMG, I think. Ooh, got to watch out for friendly fire here. If I put you here, you still have a shot, and there's no risk of friendly fire. And that's them dead. I like their green blood on the snow. Oh, okay. These are the shooter kind, I believe. Let me just check that. Yeah, these are the stingers are the ones that shoot. I'm pretty sure. We're just gonna run Tech and Co up. Next turn, they can get properly stuck in. I'm just gonna run forward. Skip the animations when we're just not doing anything that exciting. Those guys are fleeing. We should see them scatter, and that's them defeated, unless they run into the fog of war. Okay, they did not break completely. Sometimes, a lot of times, I've noticed the aliens will. Do we actually know how many aliens there are? No. Okay. What else do we have to kill? There's no alien warrior or anything. Alright, we have to kill these guys. These guys are nasty. I don't really want to use Rhea yet. So I think this is a job for Carta or it's a job for Tech. I think Carta is the right choice here. Okay, I didn't really want to have to take a second shot, but I will. Okay, she did manage to kill them, which is very frustrating. These guys are pulling back. I do like the CDT gun. I think it's going to be useful against big groups of enemies. I think it's a perfect weapon for her squad because it doesn't worry about accuracy. So at the start of a mission when she has low accuracy, it's a really good weapon to use. Okay, they've actually, looks like they've disbanded. Let's get Tech Squad in cover over here. I don't think I have a... So I need to try and use linebacker this turn. Okay, if I move one more, I do have a shot. And we'll just finish these guys off if we can. Okay, that's that squad wiped out. Excellent. There's only, what, 4 enemy squads left? This is a pretty easy opening mission. Alright, I'm going to move Rhea to here. Actually, I'm going to move her to here. Let's bring Pike up first. Pike has the line of sight to see everything with the scout trait. Okay, we've got a warrior squad back there. What else have we got, Pike? 2 warrior squads over there. Okay, we need to set up to defeat them. I don't think we've got range on them from here. Let's put you in cover here. Okay, there's another enemy squad there. We're going to airburst them, I think, with Carda. Pike squad's in position now. And then we're going to move Rhea to just engage these guys with the LMG when she gets a chance. Alright, I think she can move to here and still shoot twice. Yeah, she can. Can't wait to get an actual gun for this APC. But let's engage these guys. And then we'll hit these guys. Not quite as good at that range. We're almost completed this mission, which is great. Nice, easy mission to finish up the session. Okay, these are the 3 remaining enemies that we have to deal with. It looks like we're going to get out of... We should be able to get through this without losing any civilians. Okay, there's actually more. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. There's still 5 squads to kill, not 3, which I can't count. Okay, I have an airburst on these guys, so we're going to airburst them. Okay, and I think I'm going to do it again. Okay, it doesn't do quite as much as I was hoping, but we killed 1 enemy there. It does seem to have made him relocate, which is something. I think I'm going to go with Card with Rhea next.
Put down every dog.
Okay, that's them wiped out. 4 enemies left. Okay, these guys might looks like they might be going for the civvies rather than my teams. Has Pike got shots on them? He does. The crowbar is exceptionally good at dealing with aliens. Okay, they're fleeing, but they're not dead. And these guys are just extra annoying. Let's bring Tech over to here. See if he has a shot from there. We might not get a chance to use a flamethrower this mission, but I'll try and use it if I can. Come on, boys. You can finish that alien off. You cannot. Okay. You only get to ooh Tech if you get the kill. Okay, we've got an alien warrior coming in. This is probably... Oh, 2 alien warriors, the last 2 enemies. Okay. We now have our this is what we're dealing with. I think I'm gonna go with Pike first to fire at the warrior, but it's at long range right now. Why don't we get Rhea to just finish these guys off and then see if we can do something against this. Okay, that's all I was really expecting from her. They do have these are not warriors, these are the anti-tank bugs. Okay, they're nowhere near as scary. Pike doesn't have... Oh, Pike has shots on these guys, actually. It's at very long range, but we'll take them when we have them. Fleeing isn't good enough. We need to chase him down. Cool, we took that hit, but that did take a little bit of armor health off us. I think Tech is now in range of this thing. No. Let's get Tech squad up to here. Or to here. Doesn't have a shot. We don't really need the cover. Let's move his squad up to here. We do need the cover, but they're not really engaging us right now. This thing has a lot of armor, so we're gonna have to drill through it a little bit. And those things at the back are annoying. Alright, Carter squad will not have a shot if I move them to there. They will have a shot if I move them to here. We're just gonna use her standard gun, not her airburst launcher. Didn't quite kill it. This squad might disband because it's taken enough damage. We're at 6. If that jumps up to 7. Okay, 2 enemy squads disbanded from flaying, but another enemy squad appears to have spawned. I'm not quite sure why the numbers keep going up. Let's get tech squad in cover here. I don't think they're going to get a flamer shot, unfortunately. What is the range on the flamer again? 3 tiles. 1, 2, 3. If I put them here, they might get a shot. They might get a shot next turn, but they won't get a shot this turn. It does actually look like they have a shot from here. Let's see what the flamer does. Not that exciting, because it's not really an infantry squad. I just wanted to try it out. They're just going to shoot at our vehicle, and then it's going to run away. Okay, we need to move Pike's squad up to get better line of sight. What have we got? So they're basically out of our sight at the moment. I don't want to move them any further forward than that right now. Carter's squad. I could bring them around here for the flank. I'm loath to call in a missile strike, by the way, because I'm not supposed to destroy too many buildings here.
Okay.
And let's bring Rhea to here. Okay, there's no sign of them. Still only 10 enemies to deal with, which is good. I'm going to put Pike squad here, which should give me some better vision. Alright, we've got the flying enemies and one of the tank enemies. Do I have a shot on these guys? I do. If you manage to clip these guys, you can do a lot of damage to them. That's not going to happen here, unfortunately. No, it still did a lot of damage to them. We just didn't manage to break them. Tech squad. If I leapfrog them to here, what can they see? Nothing at the moment. They don't have shots on him. I can move them to here, though. Okay. So there's 2 squads back here. Not sure where the big bug went. Okay, he's moving into a position where we can actually engage him next turn. If I move Rhea to here, does she have line of sight on that guy? No, she doesn't. If I move her to there, she still has 1 shot. ABC is actually so useful. Okay, I only need to kill 1 more squad now. A Carter squad's a little bit out of the action right now. We'll just run her forward. 1 more kill and we've got this. Nice, easy mission. And we can maybe buy an... Oh! Well, I found the other anti-tank bug. And it's right in Tech's face. So we're going to get Tech to open up on full auto, I think. We've got the full auto here. So sustain a similar fire over an extended period of time with able to suppress and keep it suppressed. So this is doing a lot of hit point damage at close range. They're both doing a lot of hit point damage at close range. Hit point damage is 8.4. This does do more damage. I think it's actually better because the secondary on this is suppression focused, not damage focused. And we just need to chunk through damage on this thing, which is what his squad is doing with their primary attack. Maybe we should use an anti-tank grenade, actually. Okay, it's dead. Mission accomplished. Let's get out of here. We're not going to risk losing anyone or taking any more damage. We got the civilian supplies. They're worth 35 trade value. And then we got 2 lots of chitin plates, 2 razor claws, and 1 xenogland, which gets us a lot of trading goods, which is what fighting the aliens is really, really useful for. Just checking everyone's... she's euphoric. No one's got a negative thing, which is really good. Let's finish up. Okay. Looking at the black market, I have 125, potentially up to 155 if I want it. Maybe even more than that to spend. Oh, it's 260. I was thinking about buying this modular rocket launcher, but it's just still too expensive for me to go for. If I really wanted to reach for it, I could sell my other APC. I could sell these 2 bombs. I could sell this anti-tank grenade. I could sell 1 of these packs. That would get me the rocket launcher for the Vic. Is that worth it? I don't think it is. I think having a second vehicle is too good to give up for. But we do still have a very decent amount of money here. I've got 125. We could get our hands on just some infantry accessories if we wanted to. We could maybe get ourselves a vehicle ammo case for the APC to increase the amount of uses that gun, the LMG has on it, because the LMG is doing a lot of work for us right now. That might not be a bad buy. That's 140. I could pick that up quite easy. I just need to slap on the other chain gun. No, not that. So I could buy that. That's maybe not a bad buy. We'll leave that for next time, however. For now, we'll leave that for next time. We've got the end of the operation we just completed. We've got the first one of this one. We've got 2 more missions to complete, and we'll complete the first sort of stage of missions of the game. We'll move into the next phase of it, where things start to get really, really interesting. Even more interesting than they are so far. We don't have an upgrade for any of our squads at the moment, unfortunately. There's no one ready to level up, but we're starting to specialize them much better and actually get them into a position where they're getting quite powerful, which is a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry there's no Terra Invicta this week. I am intending on getting you a Xenonauts 2 tomorrow, and we're obviously going to be playing Rogue Trader on Thursday, and then Phantom Brigade again on Sunday, which hopefully we'll be getting very close to the end of. I'm going to leave you for now. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Ciao for now. Bye.